Hello everybody, today I'm very delighted to share all of you about the introduction of the FIDIC contract. As you have heard the word FIDIC contract, and then some people already know clearly what is inside the FIDIC contracts, and some people also still have a doubt. They don't understand why do we use the FIDIC contract. So today I would like to guide all of you who are the engineering or the project manager or the people who are interested in the FIDIC contract. Okay, so let's start. First of all, I would like to explain what is FIDIC. FIDIC is stand for Fédération Internationale Ingénieurs Conseils. It is come from the French language because it is originally from the French country. So the English we call the International Federation of Consulting Engineers, and the FIDIC is published for the standard contract for constructions and engineering projects. And it used for the worldwide for donor funded and the international projects. It means that because the FIDIC it become the worldwide use of the contract. That's why it's very popular for the donor funded and the international project. We going to use the FIDIC. The next, why FIDIC is important in Cambodia, also in other countries. Because in Cambodia, we use FIDIC in the ADB banks, World Banks, and the JICA funded project. I can say that not only in Cambodia but in other countries, you also have the funded from the ADB, World Banks, or the JICA funded. So FIDIC is very important to use in all of those contracts. The second thing is that it helps many rules, payments, variations, and dispute. FIDIC play the important role in manage all the role of the employer, engineers, and the contractor. Also, the payment terms in FIDIC contract, they clearly mention all the payments, what to do. Also, the variation, the work orders, and the VO works. It will specify clearly in the FIDIC for the additional works when the employer is needed the contractor to do the additional work. Especially is the dispute, because in FIDIC, the dispute terms and conditions they already write clearly once the dispute happen between the contractor and the employer. We are going to see in detail for the next video. And the last thing is that FIDIC is important because it ensures fair and transparent procedure. As you know that the FIDIC is become the worldwide contract. That's why it will ensure all the procedure, all the works have to do it by clear steps, and it will ensure that all the people that involved in this project, for example, like employer and contractor, they have the win-win together, the fair of the procedure. Okay, so some people also know that FIDIC contract tab, we have so many tab on the FIDIC. It's like red book, it's for constructions designed by engineers. We have yellow box, plan and design and build. We have silver book for the EPC or turnkey project. But in my video, I only focus on the Red Book 2017, that condition of the contract for construction and designed by the employer. Okay, in the FIDIC contract, there are key parties in it, like I have mentioned before, the first one is the employer. The employer refers to the project owner. And the second person is the engineer. Engineers, we can call them as act on behalf of the employer. And the last person is the contractor. The contractor is the person who executes the work. So all of three parties play the important roles in the FIDIC contract. And for the structure of the FIDIC contract, I have divided by three. The first one is a general condition. The general condition here it is a standard form, and there are so many clauses, the subclauses inside the general condition. And the second one, it have the particular condition. The particular condition here is like the project specific change. If the employer and the engineer they want to change some terms in the general condition, they will add in the particular conditions. And the last one is appendix and the contract data. All of these are the supporting detail. They will summary all the contract data inside it. Okay, so the important clauses. Clause number 1 is the definitions, and clause number 3 is the engineer rule. What are the engineer rule? And clause number 4, contractor application. All of these are very important clause. And the clause 14 is payment procedure. And the clause 20, it refers to the claims and the dispute. For example, why I said that all these clause is important. So I give you one example for the road construction project. The issue happen is like the contractor requests for time extension due to rain. Because of raining, so the contractor cannot finish the work on time, but the engineer allows only part of the extension. For example, the contractor already delayed for 2 months, and then the engineer they allow only 1 month of extension. So you can see that both parties disagree with each other. So the dispute is already happened. So if the dispute happen, it will resolve under the clause 20 with DAB. We're going to see the next video in the clause 20 for the dispute resolutions. And highlighted need for the good documentation and fair response. In here, as we know that the two parties they dispute with each other due to the time of extension. So the contractor or the engineer they should have or they should keep in the good documentation to show to other party that why it is delayed. Okay, so the next slide I would like to mention about how FIDIC is different from local contract. I will know that we as the local company, we also have our own contract. We also have our own law. But why we still use FIDIC? Number one, because it clearly defines rules and procedure. FIDIC it very detailed. They define the responsibility and also the process of doing the work very clearly. And second, it's strong focus on dispute resolution. The FIDIC contract it really focus on the how to solve the problem when two parties have the dispute. And number 3, standardized international format. In the FIDIC contract, all the format they have the international standard one. So when we use the FIDIC contract, we don't have to worry about the international or it is standard or not, because the FIDIC already become the standardized already. The last one, FIDIC, we use it because it greater transparency and accountability. When something happen or it due to the responsibility we can notice it easily and we can see it easily. Also, it is fair to everyone.